Welcome to this real estate town documentary of notable Norwalk, Connecticut. William Shakespeare famously penned, "The world is your oyster." This enduring phrase has come to generally suggest that all things are possible for you. Perhaps this iconic expression best exemplifies the abundance of lifestyle options and opportunities made available to the more than 87,000 fulfilled residents of Norwalk. A city which, during an earlier period when it had the largest fleet of oyster steamships in the world, was actually referred to as Oyster Town. To understand the immense and ever-growing appeal of Norwalk, a Fairfield County city located on the Long Island Sound and situated a mere 45 miles from New York City, it is helpful to first appreciate the recent dramatic shift in the lifestyle preferences being displayed by today's, and predictably tomorrow's, real estate consumers. Specifically, and increasingly, today's more socially active, engaged, and vibrant individuals and families are looking past yesteryear's prevailing consensus that lifestyle desirability meant a quiet bedroom community or quaint, remote, and relatively homogeneous upscale and pristine suburb. To the contrary, the current trend is predominantly to pursue and select either towns that integrate city centers or small cities that offer a diverse range of small-town feeling. Distinct neighborhoods. Norwalk, according to Norwalk natives and Fairfield County celebrated realtors Julie Vanderblue and Linda Capello, selected to collaborate with Town Advisor in the production of this Norwalk Real Estate Town documentary. Both enthuse that Norwalk, without question, fits this evolving lifestyle-related criteria. According to Julie Vanderblue and Town Advisor's own research, that while the two Stepford Wives movies were both partially filmed in Norwalk, that Norwalk in no way resembles this movie caricature where everyone seeks to be and live the same. To further illustrate what Norwalk truly does embody, we asked Vanderblue and Capello to cite their top 10 reasons why many individuals, families, and businesses select Norwalk over all Fairfield County's magnificent towns that surround it. 1. Norwalk is a true seaport town. Norwalk is only one of several Fairfield County towns that is actually situated on the much-heralded Connecticut Gold Coast along the Long Island Sound, a venue that provides its citizens with ample access to the aesthetic and recreational amenities that a seashore community uniquely makes possible. But nowhere else can you find a greater sense of the essence of a seaport than that which Norwalk, Connecticut represents. Therefore, if you include shoreline when considering location, then Norwalk is a magnificent choice. 2. Norwalk and its enchanting necklace of islands. Adding to Norwalk's preeminent position as Fairfield County's most enviable seaport is that Norwalk is not only blessed with an expansive coastal area, but also enjoys the greatest constellation of islands off its shore. With approximately 23 islands, ranging in size from 60 acres to smaller islands barely perceivable as sandbars, it's little wonder why this Norwalk neighborhood of islands commands the great respect of both seasonal and full-time residents, as well as being a magnet for canoeing, kayaking, overnight permitted camping, lighthouse climbing, and experiencing an unending array of aquatic and wildlife. 3. Norwalks Attractions. For those not interested in spending time visiting Norwalk's fun-filled beaches and recreationally robust islands, but want to encounter the wonders of Long Island Sound in another fashion, then Norwalk is, again, ideal for you. Where else would you possibly place Fairfield County's sole aquarium but in Norwalk? Norwalk's waters are famed for their estuary-rich environment, one ideally suited for teeming and fascinating aquatic wonders, and what better onshore location than amidst Fairfield County's most impressive harbor? This confluence of land and sea is why the aquarium's 177,000 gallons of water, its 300 species, 2,000 animals, 6-story high state-of-the-art IMAX theater, and the RV Spirit of the Sound catamaran, the only research vessel in the United States with hybrid electric propulsion for study cruises on Long Island Sound, coming this fall, are all featured right here in notable Norwalk. Norwalk's attractions for both its residents and visitors alike, however, are certainly not confined to the aquarium. Also high on the list of things to do in and around Norwalk include, but are not limited to, the Silver Mine Arts Guild, the Stepping Stones Children Museum, Cranberry Park, originally known as Gallagher's Estate, the Sono Arts Festival, the Shakespearean Theatre on the Green in Rowayton, the annual Norwalk Oyster Festival, and numerous other activities which artists, water lovers, fishermen, equestrians, hikers, bikers, and people of all ages will find irresistible. And let's not forget, beyond Norwalk's 2 modern-day multiplex movie theaters, Norwalk stands alone in all of Fairfield County for its commitment to showing independent and foreign films, a testament to Norwalk's significant social range. Films that are shown daily on the iconic Garden Cinema's 4 screens. 4. Norwalk's enviable commutability. If, when deciding where to live in either Connecticut in general or Fairfield County in particular, convenient access to New York City is an important consideration for you, your family, or your business, then the following facts might be important to weigh in your decision on where to live. Out of Connecticut's 169 cities and towns, along with Fairfield's 23 venues, Norwalk is the 4th closest and the 4th most convenient commute into Manhattan. Therefore, there are only 3 other choices that provide more convenience to the prodigious career opportunities and staggering degree of cultural interest made possible by the world's foremost city than by living in Norwalk. Commuters traveling from Norwalk into Manhattan enjoy 4 options by train. 3 in Norwalk itself, East Norwalk, South Norwalk, and Rowayton, as well as the Westport train station for those who live in Norwalk but are closer to that train stop. 5. Norwalk, where affluence and affordability magically meet. Should you be willing to travel 2 towns north of Greenwich, the Fairfield County town located closest to Manhattan, and thus bypass these ultra-expensive housing cost towns south along the Golden Coast from Norwalk, you will be, in the view of many, substantially rewarded. The reason being that in Norwalk, you will soon discover a city that represents an eclectic range of housing, lifestyles, and communities, which extends a compelling appeal for those who view a diverse social sector within an overall community as being highly appealing and better mirroring the country at large, more than the appeal of living in some of the most isolated and remote sections of Fairfield County. That said, although not a city that flaunts its elevated financial ranking, Norwalk is a city rated amongst America's most affluent small cities or large towns, and is per capita income aligned with the likes of Pasadena, Berkeley, and Santa Monica, California, Brookline, Newton, and Cambridge, Massachusetts, Alexandria and Arlington, Virginia, Columbia and Towson, Maryland, White Plains and New Rochelle, New York, and West Hartford and Stamford, Connecticut, all of which are also ranked in the top 100 cities or towns with populations greater than 50,000 based on per capita income. Therefore, accordingly and unsurprisingly, one can expect, within Norwalk, an abundance of venerated communities that exude prestigious and privileged living. One unquestioned example of the ultimate combination of sophisticated and casual living found at the highest level is arguably Norwalk's most distinctive and, in fact, most geographically and culturally separate neighborhood, Rowayton. Rowayton is a Norwalk community whose own close-knit sense of community and cultural sovereignty actually transcends Norwalk itself. Individuals and families who relocate to Rowayton clearly have the means to pick and choose wherever they want to live, but choose this remarkable little Norwalk hamlet, which could serve as the poster community for how one would imagine a classic, small New England seaside community would look, feel, and function. Close by to Rowayton, along Norwalk's compelling coastline, you'll find another highly desirable section of Norwalk, Wilson Point. Wilson Point, while not possessing the marina, village, shops, and the bustle of Rowayton, offers a level of exquisite privacy and panoramic views of the sea from a gated enclave of nautical motif and baronial-like homes, making it a highly desirable lifestyle destination as well. East Norwalk, another highly desirable location, offers an array of expansive homes and properties that dot a landscape where land, sea, and the Shorehaven Country Club all converge in this quiet, beachside area of Norwalk. For those seeking the classic small-town, countryside-like neighborhood, then the Cranberry community, known for active families who enjoy life on spacious properties with plenty of nearby woods, but still close to all the excitement and activities of Norwalk, is an ideal choice. Norwalk is also a city where affordable housing provides a wonderful balance for those just starting out, looking to rent, downsizing, or for those not in a position to afford the exorbitant housing costs of some of the nearby communities. And since we spoke earlier of how many now look for city centers and greater convenience, the Sono section is a perfect example of condominium living, enjoying proximity to the amazing Sono amenities, the train, and nearby Route 95, and, of course, the Norwalk Harbor, and adjacent athletic fields found in town favorite Veterans Park. Sono is just one of the venues for new and planned for luxury condos, rentals, and townhouses throughout Greater Norwalk. Another Connecticut example of how Norwalk, along with sister community Stamford, are enjoying a real estate renaissance fueled by real estate consumers who are seeking a greater sense of community, convenience, and connectivity to more robust and forward-thinking lifestyles. 6. Norwalks Education. Norwalk is completely committed to excellence in public education with 3 high schools, 4 middle schools, and 12 elementary schools, all designed to foster local neighborhood supportive education. Norwalk's convenient Fairfield County location also makes it possible for Norwalk residents to participate in the rich Fairfield County tradition of opting for private school education. With 128 private schools within the county, including 52% which are religiously affiliated, many who move to Norwalk instead of nearby towns and distinct communities within these towns, where most homes range in price from 1 to 4 million and reach as high as the tens of millions, do so with the following strategy. They buy more lifestyle for their dollars and enjoy monumental savings by selecting Norwalk, and then, with the significant savings, pay for private school education or pocket all of the savings and take advantage of the excellent Norwalk public school system and all the other tremendous amenities found within Norwalk. And, of course for some, the 4 towns that immediately surround Norwalk, Westport, Wilton, New Canaan, and Darien, are not options due to the $1 million plus price tag on what are merely some of these communities' mainstream homes. 7. Norwalk Hospital. Norwalk Hospital is consistently rated one of the best hospitals in all of Connecticut. Norwalk Hospital is affiliated with Yale University and is the only hospital in Fairfield County to be awarded the Health Grades Distinguished Hospital Award for Clinical Excellence 3 consecutive years. 8. Sono. Sono, which is an acronym for South Norwalk, is a vivid example of how those who once felt that their only opportunity for nightlife and entertainment was to commute into Manhattan to visit one of that great city's many sections can now enjoy the renaissance that is taking place in Connecticut cities such as Stamford and Norwalk. Sono has elevated Norwalk's fine tradition of outstanding restaurants by offering, again, a wide range of entertainment and culinary choices, celebrating Norwalk's diversity. 9. Norwalk is business friendly. Norwalk is the world headquarters for Xerox and the national headquarters for many illustrious corporations, including Virgin Atlantic, Pepperidge Farm, GE Capital, Riz Media, as well as local iconic family-run businesses like Bloom's Oysters and Stu Leonard's, the world's largest dairy store. And for those who cannot live without being within short distance of a Whole Foods, there is one located precisely where the towns of Norwalk and Westport touch. 10. The People of Norwalk. Clearly, if you live in Norwalk, you've got to like people, and people will like you, as the town will compel you and your family to be involved and remain socially, culturally, athletically, and community active, as evident in the Mother's Day 10K shown here at Norwalk's Calf Pasture Beach. Other activities that coalesce the community include the annual Oyster Festival and numerous activities surrounding the arts and athletics. Norwalk is a town with a strong athletic and recreational tradition that includes being a former Little League World Champion and home of the 2008 bronze medal winner in rowing, Daniel Walsh, which is no coincidence given the rowing opportunities provided along the Norwalk River and other Norwalk-related waterways. Norwalk is also the former home of NBA great Calvin Murphy. Norwalk residents, credited with inspiring the song Yankee Doodle Dandy, also enthusiastically supports its July 4th activities annually and is also known for holding the 4th largest celebration of the Scottish Games in the world, the Round Hill Highland Games. Another cultural tradition, indigenous to Greater Norwalk, is Rowayton's celebrated Shakespeare on the Sound. Norwalk residents are also known for respecting all faiths, honoring their local police, firemen and women, and their local government. As we began this Town Advisor Real Estate Town documentary of Norwalk, Connecticut, by referencing a quote from England, it's only fitting that we end in kind by quoting another long-standing English saying, this one from Samuel Johnson, who claimed, "When a man is tired of London, he's tired of life." Town Advisor Julie Vanderblue and Linda Capello also respectfully suggest that if anyone's tired of Norwalk, that can only mean they are tired of life. As notable Norwalk truly is, where the world is your oyster. Real Estate Town Documentaries, presented by Town Advisor, would like to thank Julie Vanderblue and Linda Capello, and the residents of Norwalk for their indispensable assistance in showcasing notable Norwalk, Connecticut.